Yeah, hi there. This is Michael from the 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT, and welcome to all of my 7-Step students. I'm glad to have you guys as part of my service. And in this video, I want to tell you a little bit about the reading section of my course, so you have a general idea on how you can use this to help you improve your overall reading proficiency for the TOEFL IBT. All right, now remember that if you're serious about improving reading, you ultimately have to do a few things. Number one, you have to improve your vocabulary. You get that through step one of my system. You learn that. Now, also, you need to have good reading test-taking strategies. This is very important. Now, during my reading step, you'll notice I do cover in lesson 1, 2, 3, and 4, I cover all of the IBT reading test-taking strategies for all parts of the reading section, for all of the different kinds of question types that you're going to see. Remember, it's important to understand what kind of question you're being asked and then how to find that answer in the reading passage. Now, a third thing that you want to do is improve your reading speed. That's exactly why many of you have gone to my course, have subscribed to my course, is because you're reading too slowly. You'll notice in lesson 21, there is a link that says Introduction to Speed Reading. Click on that lesson before taking my speed reading test. And in lesson 21, I will give you some basic suggestions on how you can do the reading section of my course. You'll notice now that the speed reading tests begin at 100 words a minute and they end at 350 words a minute. And what you want to do is, your goal is try to increase your reading speed to a minimum of 300 words per minute or more with 80% proficiency. That means you can remember 80% of what you're saying. So with any of my speed reading tests, let's say you start at 100 words a minute, you click on the link, you watch the video, and right after that, click on Attempt Quiz Now. Once you attempt the quiz, you'll get a 5 or 6 question quiz asking you about the main ideas of the reading passage you just read. Now remember, don't go back and reread. You're only reading the passage in 60 seconds, and then based on that, you're trying to answer the questions. Now what I've done is I've gradually increased each test 5 words per minute. For example, the first test is 100 words a minute. The second one's 105, and then 110. And finally, after 70 speed reading tests, the very final speed reading test is 350 words a minute. So be patient and don't move on to the next practice test until you have achieved 80% proficiency in that previous test. Now, what do you do if you take the very first test and you score below 80? So you take the test, which is 100 words a minute, and you get less than 80% on that. Well, what you do is go back to the vocabulary section and focus more in that area. That's what you want to do. Now, many of you will do 100 words a minute and get a perfect score. So that means just go faster until you can find your level, right? And again, the goal here is to improve your reading speed to at least 300 words a minute. That's exactly what you're trying to do. Now, the number 4 thing is you have to practice extensive reading for longer periods of time. This is also very, very important if you want to do really well on the reading section of the test. Okay, so let me recap the 4 basic things that are important for you in terms of improving your reading strategies. Number 1, you have to have good vocabulary. Number 2, you need to know what the TOEFL IBT test-taking reading strategies are, which means identify what kind of question you're being asked, how to answer that question. Number 3, you need to improve your reading speed to at least 300 words a minute. And then number 4, you need to practice extensively reading for about 45 minutes each day for several months. Now, when you're doing extensive reading, you can read whatever you want. You can read books, magazines, novels, newspapers, and things like that. So by going through these 4 areas, I guarantee you, you will dramatically improve your reading score for the TOEFL IBT. All right, thank you for watching the video and good luck.